Hello everyone, good evening and welcome back to MK Tuition Center. So this was actually question 17, the last one in our test 3. Okay, question 17. Now, we have this diagram here, a speed time graph. The first question is very much easy because it's saying we need to find R in the first 10 seconds. So R is the decrease in speed, the rate of decrease in speed. Okay, now look at this. This is what we need. So we're going to say R, let me put it up here, R will be equal to initial velocity minus final velocity over time taken. This is the formula for R, which is retardation. Okay, so R will be equal to my initial is where I am starting from to where I'm ending. So this is my initial to my final where I'm ending. So my initial will be 35 minus final, which is 20. I'm ending at this point, over the time taken, which is even here 10 seconds, or you can get it from here between the initial and the final. So we have 10 and 0, the difference is just 10 seconds. So R will be equal to 35 minus 20 is 15, then here we have a 10. So we're going to have R as, remember this is paper 1, don't write your answers in decimal forms. Okay, this will be 5 into 15, 3, 5 into 10, this will be 2. The units meters per second squared. Okay, so that is our first answer, which is just 1 mark. Okay, B says we need to find the speed at t. Now this t is equals to 31 seconds. So 31 is in between 25 and 40, so it can be somewhere here. So we are going to go up and then hit this point, and now go to speed. So now this right here is the speed you're looking for. Let's name it V. Okay, so we're going to use this R, which is here. So here we have an R, even here also we have an R. Now let's find the R for this line. So R will be equal to initial minus final over t. Then here my initial is right here, which is 20 in this case, minus our final is here, which is 0. Don't get 40. 40 is time. So we get it from here where we have speed, which is 0. Over the time taken is the difference between the two. So here we have 25 and 40. The difference is 15. So this would be 20 over 15, which can also be 5 there, it will be 4, 5 here, it will be 3 meters per second squared. So we have 4 over 3 for this R. Now, after finding the R, we can now use that R to get what we need. So here we're going to say this here will be our initial. Now, this is the speed we need, which is right here. So here we're going to name it V. Okay, so we have our initial and our final. The R is now 4 over 3. So we are going to say R will be equal to the same formula. R here is now 4 over 3. Don't get 3 over 2. 3 over 2 is for that one. So for this one here, we have 4 over 3, which we just found. So my initial still remains as 20. Now my final is no longer 0 because I'm planning to find the speed which is here. So my final is V. So it will stay as V as the way it is. Now, what is our time? Time don't get 15 like here, but do this. Here we know that here it is 31. So it is the difference between the two. So what is 31 minus 25? We're going to have 6 here. So here we're going to have a 6. So when we reach here, what do we do? We just make V the subject. So here is now all about simplifying. Let me even get a different paper. We try to simplify this part. Now, so here we're going to simplify this part here, which is here. Okay. Now let us simplify. We're going to cross multiply here. We're going to have 6 times 4, which will give us 24. equals to, now the 3 here will multiply everything like that. So we're going to have a 24 equals to 3 times 20 will give us a 60. 3 times negative v will give us negative 3v. From here, this can go aside and become 24 minus 60 equals to negative 3v. Now, after having that expression, now what is 24 minus 60? 36. So we're going to have negative 36 equals to negative 3v. From here, we just make v the subject by dividing throughout by negative 3, and v will be equal to, now what is 3 into 36? We're going to have our answer as 12. So 12 meters per second will be the speed when time is equals to 31 seconds. Okay, that is how it's done. This is how we find the value of v in that situation. Now let's go to the last one. It says find the average speed for the whole journey. So for the speed, we know that speed is equal to total distance. Average speed is equal to total distance over total time taken. Now look at this. We have the total time taken as 40 seconds. So here the time is 40, but we don't have the distance. So it means we have to find distance. Now to make it easier, here we have many shapes here. You can form a trapezium. Look at this. You can form this as number 1, this as number 2, number 3, and number 4. Don't mind about this line here, this one here. We're using it to find this speed here. So if you want, you can say this can be a right angle triangle. This right here can be a rectangle. This can also be a rectangle, and this can be a right angle triangle. That is one way. Or if you want, you can say, okay, in my case, this will be my trapezium, and also this one from here. So this here can be a trapezium, and this one can also be a trapezium. That is another way. If you want, you can say, okay, this is my right angle triangle, this is my rectangle, and this is my trapezium. In another way, okay, there are actually many ways you can solve this one, but the last one here I can say is this one. This can be a right angle triangle, and this entire thing here can be your trapezium, like this. It can be a trapezium. Now to make it easier, I'm going to use 4 shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to have my right angle triangle, rectangle, and another rectangle here, plus a triangle. Do you know why? Simply because when you have such small shapes, it becomes way more easier because you're going to have smaller numbers. All right. Now for the first one, this triangle we have here. So this is our height for this triangle, which is right here as 10. And then the base is 35 minus 20, which is 15. So this is the first part. So number 1, we're going to say distance is equals to, for a right angle triangle, we know that it is half BH. Half, the base is 15 and the height is 10. All right. So when you're going to simplify all this, there are actually many ways you can simplify this, but this is the simplest one. We're going to say half times 10 is 5. Now that 5 times 15 will give us 75. So here we're going to have 75 meters for the first shape. All right. Secondly, we have this rectangle here. So our length here is from there to this point. So this here is 20, and then our breadth is here, which is 10. So we know that here distance is equals to LB. So our length is 20 times breadth, which is 10. So here we're going to have 200 meters for our second shape. All right, number 3, we have another rectangle. So you see how it's easier to use small shapes, unlike getting a big trapezium as this one right here. Okay, Now number 3, we have another rectangle. Distance will be equal to LB. Now here we're going to have our length as 20 as well, and then our breadth as, so we have a 10 and a 25 here. To find the difference, we say 25 minus 10, which is 15. All right, so here we're going to say 20 times 15. 20 times 15. Now the question is, what is 20 times 15? It will give us a 300 meters. Number 4, we have a right angle triangle. So here our height is 20 and our base here is 40 minus 25, which is 15. So we're going to say 15 and a 20 there. So we're going to say distance will be equals to half BH. We're going to have half our B here, our base is here, which is 15. And then our height is 20. Okay. So we're going to say half times 20 will give us a 10. Now that 10 times 15 will be 150. Okay. So we have found the distance for the 4 shapes. Now how do you find the total distance? We just add this one, that one, that one, and that one. Now after having them, we're going to add them. So the sum will give us 725. So this will be 725. And then from here we just simplify. So we can use 5 in this case. 5 into 40 will give us 8. 5 into 725 will give us 145. So here we're going to have 145. The final answer for average speed will be equal to 145 over 8 meters per second. Don't put a square there. We're not talking about acceleration. So this is how it is done. For now, stay blessed and take care, and thank you for watching.